Hey everyone, welcome to Breakout Wednesday for the 28th of May 2025. It's currently about 8:50 on the West Coast, 10:50 on the East Coast. First of all, remember, this is never financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is simply a video blog on how one trader sees the market, and everyone needs to take responsibility for their own decisions. Okay, so the normal Breakout Wednesday structure is going to come at the end, but first of all, I'm just going to run through my daily kind of process with the software. I did a little chat to about 4 traders just in a little fun Zoom group last Saturday, and that's kind of what they all wanted to know. So I just figured I'll just put it in a little post and whack the video up. So first of all, when I log in kind of in the Arvo night or whatever, I just go to my watch list. There's my main watch list that I'm kind of, where all the stocks are that I might be trading. And I just scan through it. Now these days I put it on 1.5 times, so you've got your speed settings here for your watch list, and I put it on 1.5 and then I press play. And I just sit back with a cup of tea and I scan through it really quickly, okay? When I see something I like, kind of like those initial stocks that came up, like this guy, I'll just pause it and look at it, and then do what I need to do, get ready for the trade, whatever. And I'll just do that. Now by scanning through that watch list every single day, it trains your mind and your brain to pick up setups, and when you're just tracking stocks every single day, you really do notice things, right? You notice how the stocks move, you notice their personality, and then you see setups forming in front of your eyes. Like you'll see a stock that starts basing, and you'll watch it base for 10, 20, 30, 40 days, and you watch the volume tighten up, and you can pull the trigger. Obviously, a lot will need to scan it on the slow setting, okay, or just the normal setting, or you can just click the damn buttons yourself and go through at whatever setting speed you wish. All right, so that's probably one of the most important things, okay, just by scrolling through that. Okay, you got to do it, the discipline every day. It just teaches. This is how you get good, right? You need over 10,000 hours of screen time to get good at this stuff, right? Just like anything in life. And this is a key element of that. The next thing I do is my favorite scan. So my next one is I'd go to Darvis, okay, Darvis boxes, and I usually have that at 6, and I just do this scan here. I scan for Darvis in any box, 6 top confirmation periods. So a Darvis box where the top's formed, then it doesn't go above that for 6 days. 50-day period high is when the box is formed on day 1. Okay, and then I'll put some filters in. So lately I've been using relative strength above 80. It must have a close above the 50 exponential moving average. And then I put some volume filters on there. So I've only got 20,000 shares. Usually it's way higher than that. Like, let's just put 100,000. Usually it's even higher than 100,000, right? Especially if it's NASDAQ or NYSE. And then I'll choose a market that I want to scan. I'll do that scan. Once I've gone through that scan, then I tend to go and do my inside range candle scans. So going to candles, and this is the one I love. So I scan for more than 3 inside range bars. I just did a video explaining what this means, so check that out on the Pro Trader TV kind of YouTube channel. I'll minimize my filters there because I'm kind of counter trend trading a lot with those. I'll always have my volume filters in, then I'll scan the NASDAQ, NYSE, ASX, whatever I want. I'll do that. Sometimes I also will click that one just for the sake of it, but they're the ones I love, okay? Right, after that, there is a scan I love doing just for indicators and events. So I'll go in here, indicators and events, and then I'm looking for a stock that closes above its 50 exponential moving average, has a relative strength of 95, and then I also click within 4% of the last 50 period high. So this is just amazing at finding VCP setups, okay? I'll also add in some filters. All right, okay, and I will make sure that match selected events and indicators in combination. So all those things need to be happening in order for for me to have a result there, okay? Now, sometimes if that's not finding enough, I'll, might make this a bit more relaxed, or I might move the relative strength down a little bit to, 80 or 85, but that is generally one of the best, most powerful scans. Okay, sometimes I'll just do a scan as well, where I'm simply looking for stocks above a certain moving average. Usually I'll change that to 21, and then I'll put the relative strength at 95 is good, and I'll just do that scan, looking for stocks that are really trending hard and really high relative strength names. All right. Another scan I love doing is just going to scans and then go to scanning toolbox, pattern and events, the tri-point resistance. Okay, so just the number of awesome trades this has found me over the years, especially when doing it on weekly data on ASX. It finds amazing penny stock trades. But it also works on daily data and even monthly data, but it's mainly weekly and daily data. I'll do that scan on. Okay, they are the main one, guys. They are the main scans I do. Everyone's busy, you don't have time to do endless scans. So if that was all I had time to do, that's all I would ever do. Now, once a week or twice a week, I will go in and I'll do Frank's pattern, okay? Because it just finds the odd base that Darvis Box has missed, and sometimes there's double ups, but I like it on daily and weekly data. That found that AKM trade from last year on weekly data. It's really, really good, base scanner. Now I'm launching a new Bollinger Band scan soon, which is going to be absolutely epic, but that's a few months off. And sometimes I'll do the high, low scan as well, just once or twice a week, not all the time, because it does find some really good setups on daily and weekly data. I put them all in a watch list, right? And then I scroll through that, and then once they're forming, I'm happy. I put my orders in and pull the trigger. Okay, so that's pretty much my daily routine. I've got all these watch lists, but there's only one watch list I actually spend my time in because they're too hard to manage. I just you get excited one day, you create all these watch lists and then you don't use them. I just think it's better for me to concentrate on the one and just keep it neat, and that's about it. Okay, now getting to Breakout Wednesday, some of the trades that I've been in and talking about. MAU really kind of went for it yesterday, so hell yeah, awesome setup. This is the one where I took a starter here, but I didn't get filled on the extra lot, unfortunately. The fills are bad. There's an old saying, the worse the fill, the better the trade, the more you want that trade. And that was definitely the case in MAU. It wasn't the case in NAN though, that had awful fills initially and then was a complete loser. So, it's all rules are just rules, right? REG still in it. Awesome base, awesome trend, and let's just see what happens. I'm just hoping this pulls back a tiny bit, keeps trending up, and I haven't sold a share. I'm not going to yet. And if this comes back and gets me at break even or small loss, so be it. But I want to crack it right in a major trend on that after a major base, okay? AII, smaller position on this because it can be a bit of liquid, but I'm actually still in it. It's doing well today. It's up back new all-time highs today. So the stop loss is a few ticks below here. And so we'll see how I go on AII. BHP, I'm still in it. It's been gapping up a bit this morning, I think. We'll see how that plays out. PME, okay, I'm right in. I'll show you what I'm doing in PME. So let's just get these up on the second half. So as I said last week, that first half was sold on this gap up. The second half, I'm trailing on the close below the 10 exponential moving average. It wicked down below the 10 exponential moving average, but it didn't close there. So I'm just riding that until it closes below the 10 exponential moving average. It's so damn easy to do. Just play the video game, just do it, ignore the money, but it's so hard for most people to actually do that, right? Let's just quickly keep moving through. I missed PDI. I know a lot of people in our forum got it, but for some reason I missed that. It's just got a lot of trades going on. You can't take all of them. There's another one I talked about, Interactive Brokers, which is one of my favorite stocks to trade that was setting up back here that I was chatting about a few weeks back. I'm still in that, right? So it's just, I love this name because I use their product. I know how good a company they are. And when I see awesome setups in it, it gives me a little bit more conviction, okay? Now, just some more new setups. There was a stock on the ASX, a little penny stock, LIN, and this is a true kind of penny name, over $1 billion of them. But massive tri-point resistance here on weekly data, massive base you can see. For those who like spec trading and stuff, there have been some good ones lately, right? There's been TOR breaking out. There's been a bunch, right? So anyway, that is that. Now there's a bunch of tight Darvis scans happening in more expensive stocks. So Dow is forming a nice little tight base there, which I'm watching. Okay, that just still a bit extended, right? If it can I just want that to stay there for a bit longer before really considering it. Fleetwood is basing, okay, and I like this. See how this is a few more weeks matured than the Dow one, right? It's just based for a little bit longer and it's starting to tighten up there with blue sky above it. And so that is the sort of stock that, I like trading. Those expensive names, I can get in, I can get out. Yeah, you can see the historical Davis boxes here, right? But do remember we talked about this one back there as well. Anyway, I'm watching that guy and I probably will trade it. I'm still keen on Duolingo, okay? And this is a thing like in US names, instead of just hopping in and out of countless names, I'd prefer to be just sticking with the true market leaders, okay? And just continue to buy breakouts in the true market leaders, because that's where all the kind of big money and, big managed fund money and blah, blah, blah is just continually getting poured into, because it's so liquid it can handle it. And their growth and their earnings and everything is just growing so quickly, as I kind of went into on the AI Tech last week, where if you type in the last kind of what is the last 12 EPS readings on Duo listed on the NASDAQ, and it's going to paint a picture there of absolute just complete consistent growth on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Every now and then it flatlines for a quarter and then it just pushes on again, okay? And so I'm watching that just base away and tighten up there, I hope, and it's in the new Davis box. And just a little one that I have traded heaps over the years, like this little property REIT that I don't really trade much, but this thing just got absolutely hammered. This is on the NASDAQ, and it's it's been so hammered, but now it's just coming up in my inside bar scan. So look at that. So you've got your first bar here and all these bars within it, and signs of a bottom. And this is very opposite of what I usually do. Like I don't usually trade these big downtrending stocks, but I have shown lately, that I like to scalp them and be in and out quickly. I did the trade in, WHC and, DECK that I was talking about here and on the forum. And, this is probably the next one that I'll have a crack at. A bit of a scalp out of there and, try and hit, about a 2-to-1 risk reward and get the hell out of there. So that is it. I managed to keep that to 12 minutes, which is good times. That's my daily routine, some stocks I'm looking at. Any questions, email support@protrader.com.au. Cheers, bye.